coming up
Okay.
here on Design Last.
I've done DP work.
It's still the same podcast, y'all, I swear.
A factual thing is when COVID shut everything down and they started bringing everybody back to be like essential workers and all that, I think I want to do something animated. I appeared on the TV show The Shy, season one. Art is essential, and I think most people know that, or at least feel it.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, y'all.
All the film workers went back to work. They dubbed us as essential. So I mean, that speaks volumes right there.
Designing in your face. Designing last. Designing in your face. Don't know what to design today, but there's just one thing I know for sure. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Designing Labs. I'm Devin here with Deft, and today we got a special guest who's going to be doing as we always do when it comes to our special guest clients and colleagues, where we help us complete the challenge, designing a memorable design in just a moment or laugh at our design in just a moment. I know I switched it up a little bit this time, but it's still the same podcast, y'all, I swear. So, hey, at this time, I want to introduce you all to our special guest client today, none other than my man, Richie Rich, the real deal,
Yo, yo, what up? What
Holyfield, as they used to say.
up?
How's
Man,
it
it feels
going,
good to
man?
be here. I appreciate you having me here.
Hey, man, I appreciate you pulling up, man. Likewise.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime.
Hey, um, for those who don't know who you are and what you do, I want you to introduce yourself and tell them a little bit more about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Rich. I do a little bit of everything. I'm an artist at heart. I'm an artist first and foremost, so I do a lot of graphic design work. My primary work is in the film industry. I do a lot of that. I've touched everything from being a production assistant to being a assistant director. I've done DP work. I've worked as a writer's assistant. I've worked just pretty much in every aspect of film so that I can think of at this moment. Um, so I'm always around. I'm always, got my foot to the ground, running around doing something. I'm never just static. I always got to be working. I always got to be moving. And I try to keep myself as busy as possible and doing the best that I can in everything I do. But that's a little bit of my background. That's it. I don't want to keep rambling on about it, but yeah, I'm an artist at heart. So I mean, anything that you can think of an artist is doing, I either tried it or I'm gonna try it.
Hey, see what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad to have you on, man. Not just because, you're a fellow artist or a colleague or friend or any of that stuff. Like, it's also about, the network or community that we build here at Def. And you are part of that just by being on the podcast and just by being, just a dope individual, man, because this is what this podcast is for, bro. So, like, thank you for sharing that testimony of what you do and how you contribute to this whole creativity when it comes down to, like, this creative world that we live in. Like we do run this world, man. I hate to say it.
I mean, it's true. I mean, you can't creatives, we the ones that set the trends.
Yeah, man.
Nobody else following them, we set them.
Hey, man. I can't say it no more, no better than that, bro. Because like, and it's not no cocky, nothing like that. It's
No.
amazing to know that how impactful it is. Because we ain't saving lives, but yet we are saving lives. Because man,
Mhm.
we boosting the morale. We're we're capturing different messages, and then we're storytellers. As at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Like to even add to that, like just a factual thing is when COVID shut everything down and they started bringing everybody back to be like essential workers and all the film workers went back to work. They dubbed us as essential. So I mean, that speaks volumes right there. You got creative people that are dubbed as essential because they know that the people need creativity. They need to be able to see things. They need to be able to hear sounds, visualize, different artistic works, whether that be through a painting or a moving picture. So art is essential. And I think most people know that, or at least feel it. And anybody
Hey,
that can tell you that it's not, then hey, they don't know what they're talking about.
hey, I hear you, man. Because like, but it's so weird though because society would tell you though, no, art is, it's fickle. It's a pastime, hobby type of thing, or it's you can't make no money off of that, or it's a you know,
True.
it's it is not something that you should bet your create a career off of. People still to this day are still looking at it as how are you gonna make money? How are you making a living and
That's
and that
very
kind of
true.
thing.
It's funny because like I mean I still hear that from people in my life and like I work I make money doing it and people are still like, oh, like how you gonna make, I'm like, do y'all not see what I'm doing?
Right, exactly. See what I'm saying? And then you would think that you showing someone would get them involved to say, hey,
Yeah,
to change the direction, so the narrative of how things are being, but it's slowly changing a little bit. But
true. And it's just one of those things. I think it's hard for people to understand that art is a valuable resource when it comes to like the business side of things because the reason why is because most art is subjective and the fact
hmm
that like as artists you're creating your visual out of your mind and most people can't understand that because it's not how they think, it's not their mindset, right? So until you can visualize it and put it out there for them to see and understand, they won't understand. Therefore, they feel like it's not as marketable or as fickle because if you don't have a good idea today, you can't make art today and you can't make money today if you can't make art today. Is how they tend to think about it, as opposed to something that's like an office setting where it's numbers and the numbers are set in stone, like they're not going
hmm
anywhere. So it's just tangible things that people feel like they see and they can sometimes I guess touch where it's like, okay, I know that this can benefit me somehow. But art, on the other hand, they don't see it because it's more, like I said, art is more of a feeling. Even if it is tangible, you still got to feel it. And like what I tend to tell people in any form of artistry is you're you're capturing emotion. You're putting your emotion into that piece of art. You're not putting like lines down on the paper if you draw. You're not putting a vocal on a sound. You're putting energy into that. By putting your energy into that, you're putting the emotion into it. And that's what I tell every artist that I ever work with that I ever known. Like if there's one thing to take away from your creativity is that you're putting your energy and your emotion into it. Because if you're not feeling it, nobody else gonna feel it.
Well said, because man, like you got to be able to articulate the vision in order for people to follow behind it. You know what I'm saying? And just like a good leader has to be able to follow, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to know what you're talking about too. So, yeah, it's all goes hand in hand. I feel like you said. And like you said, with being art being so subjective, like it's kind of hard to educate people on it sometimes because my knowledge on art is different from your art knowledge. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
people have their own opinions and views about it too when it comes down to feelings. Because what I feel that gravitates towards me, it might not be the same towards you, and because of
Right.
that, you know, you can tell me all you want about how well this can of you know is made from the purest aluminum that we melted down, you know what I'm saying? But in the day, it's still aluminum,
Exactly. Yep. That's so
But
true.
man, I I think, bro, it's a good point to be able to transition into, man, for today's episode of podcast because since it's all about art, man, and you are a fellow artist and a graphic designer, like I want to know more about the film industry because I myself am dabble a little bit here and there writing and things like that as well, and I
Mhm.
want to know more from you, someone who definitely has worked hand with a large organized like group of people who've
Yeah.
created some pretty big projects. Can you share some of those?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, I would say like you said, just working with organized people is organized chaos. Because it's definitely set can be chaotic, but it's a lot of fun and like there is organization within it. But as far as like do you want to know like some of the productions that I've worked on or
Oh
like
yeah,
specific
absolutely. We can
tasks?
talk about the productions.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've worked on pretty much everything that's filmed in Chicago for the most part, like minus maybe a handful of shows, but like stuff like Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, The Shy, Empire when that was here way back when.
Okay,
I worked recently on P Valley. I went down to Atlanta to do that.
okay.
Uh, my favorite series that I've worked on was Southside, that was shot here in Chicago. Uh, I worked on trying to think so much stuff. The Candyman movie, the newest one, the
Yeah, I know
21.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I did that
I
one.
that was pretty good, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun actually.
Okay,
So I did that. Worked on Fargo season 5. There's a lot of them. I think in total probably like 15 to 20 shows.
okay. So
Yeah.
you, it's predominantly more of television as opposed to like movies, though, right?
Predominantly, we tend to have more television series come through here. Movies we get, but like movies don't tend to film here for the full run. They'll do like maybe 2 or 3 weeks of shooting, and they typically just get the exteriors, and
Mm-hmm.
then like they go back and shoot somewhere else. Like when Batman was here, they shot all the
I remember
exteriors
that.
here. Yeah, so they did like all the exterior work here. Um, Trying to think what other movies here. What's the old one? I won't say
Like
old, but it was
they did like
big.
Wanted and stuff like that. Just I guess a
Yeah,
couple of scenes I
Wanted.
remember seeing.
Yep. Transformers when that was here, they did a lot
Mm-hmm.
of the exterior stuff. Um, and typically, like I said, if a movie does come, if I'm not working the show and I'm available to do the movie, I'll do the movie as well. Like I did Captive State. That was a movie that filmed here some years back, and I
Okay.
was on that shot solely here in Chicago, and that was I think I want to say like a 3 or 4 month run.
Okay.
And like they pretty much shot everything in here except for like when they had to do reshoots. I think they shot some of that in LA. But
Okay.
most of the stuff, like I said, most movies they will just typically come for a couple of weeks. So
Okay. Makes sense.
mhm.
Because like, they got a budget and they got a movies they definitely be on like a certain schedule, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. Movies are definitely like they're more fast paced. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're fast paced in terms of like how quickly they're in and out of here. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as like the shooting days and like how you like the scheduling, it's tend to be slower because they can put more time and effort into like getting just one particular shot. So like when you're doing a movie, there's days where you might film one scene all day long for like 16 hours,
Okay.
you know? And then there's times where like the next day you might shoot 20 scenes in 2 hours and you just like, wait, what? How did that don't
Right.
make sense. But it's just the nature of the film. If you're doing stuff that's like stunt heavy, you're gonna spend a lot of time on stunts.
Okay.
Stunts typically take you pretty much set aside a day for stunts, and or 2 days depending on how big they are. But
Okay.
it's a lot of
Okay.
fun. You get to see a lot of different stuff, do a lot of different things, and go a lot of different places. So I also meet a lot of people. So it's always a fun experience. It's always a new experience. Every day is different. It's never the same day at work. It's never the same office. Like you never know what to expect when you're going to work.
That's what I love about being creative and like with me owning this company and everything. Like, trust me, it is a lot, but at the same time, I love it because it gives me a chance to be able to not have no boundaries, but at the same time, I get a chance to be able to choose and don't choose what I wanted to work on. Like literally, this
Yeah.
is the the freedom that I've always dreamed of, man. So
Hmm.
like this is it's important to like, be mindful of the projects and things like that I do, but at the same time, I'd like to try to dive into everything I can as well. Like from like you said, I want to get into maybe doing some more acting and stuff like that as myself or writing and things like that because I just like using my different wheelhouses of skills and things like that and just
Right.
being able to push my envelope of new opportunities and meet new people is important, man.
Mhm. And I just feel like it's like if you're a truly creative person, I think anybody that's creative, like they want to push those boundaries. Like you practice one thing so much to get good at it, and then
Mm-hmm.
once you're good at it, you're like, okay, what's the next thing I can get good at?
True.
And you want to try that. And even if you don't get good at it, you at least want to try it to see where you stand in that field or in that world, right? So like, I mean, we I we graduated for animation, you know, and it's funny because I really haven't touched animation much outside of school, but having that skill set has also helped me, even within the film industry, because there's like I've been able to, do visual effects for TV shows. I've been able to do storyboards for shows. I've been able to do just drawings in general, like that, just like as practical props. So it's like to have that knowledge, like, yeah, I didn't go and draw the next X-Men cartoon, but I'm still able to use the skill sets, and that's always like a plus in anything creative. So
Hey man, I agree with you 100% because like skill sets that you acquire over time, man, find what works for you and then expand upon it, as far as other things that can continue to, I guess move that vehicle so you continue to show that you're
mhm.
growing as opposed to just being this is all I know. Like, I mean, that ain't gonna really I mean, you can, don't get me wrong. There are some amazing designers who just
That's true.
focus on like just poster designs or movie the posters or screen titles or like you said credits and things like that like
Mhm.
and you brought up a good point like how you talked about how you started off as animation. See, I've always been into graphic design in college, but it's definitely been a journey, man. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? As
see?
far as like it ain't just because this is what I wanted to do, this is how it is. Like, no, there's definitely
Right.
some trial error and all that kind of good stuff. So okay.
hmm And it's one of those things too. Like I said, you just want to try as much as you can because why not? Like, who's there to stop you? Other than yourself.
Yeah. Right, right. And but see his thing though, like a lot of artists though, hate to say it, life, society, and things that we have going on
True.
will have you really hey, have you fool yourself, man. Make you thinking like, hey man, I can't do that, or it's not time for me to do that. But the only time it is for you to do it is now. Like, like
Yep.
if you get up and start doing it, the rest of it will start to fall in place. I'm not saying it's gonna like just because you did it means it's gonna like be amazing or it's gonna be like life changing because it
hmm
still takes time and you still gotta perfect it and sometimes you gotta get it put things in the right place at the right time. But
hmm
if you don't even at least start though, man, how are you really gonna know like what's the outcome gonna be, you know?
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, that's the hardest part is just starting. It really is. And you're gonna have that problem over and over and over and over again throughout life, right? Because it's with
Yeah,
anything, just starting is the hard part because you know what the finish line in your mind is, and it just seems so far away that you don't even want to start because you don't even want to have to get caught up in the process of getting there.
right.
But the only way that you can do it is just to start, like you said, just do it.
True, true. I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to play a little game with you if you don't mind and see if you're up to it.
Sure, what's up? Let's do it.
Let's get it. All right. So we're gonna play today on Designing Labs two truths and one lie career edition. So my man Rich here is going to now think of two truths and one lie. It doesn't have to be in that order. And we're going to see as an audience if we can guess what his lie is.
Oh, that's a good one. Um, Let me think. Two truths and one lie. All right. This is tough. You know how long I've been working? We gotta think of something good.
It's all
Okay.
good, man.
Two truths and one lie. I I was I appeared on the TV show The Shy, season one. Um, I I almost had a role in the movie Divergent, and I crashed my car into a production vehicle.
Oh
Those are
man.
my two truths and one
All
lie.
right, those are some good. Those are good, man. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm a little bit like, huh? Which one is it? You know what? I'm not gonna even say what my option is. I'm gonna wait till the end of the episode. I'm gonna put it in the comments, and you all can let me know what you guys think. And then Rich, if he doesn't mind, you can come back and also let us know, if it's true or not. You know,
Absolutely. For sure.
cool. All right, cool, man. Hey, at this time, I'm going to transition to the next part of the phase of the podcast where we're going to talk about, know, what you're here today as far as what you represent. I know you said you're a graphic designer and you're an artist, and we wanted to promote you, man. We want to show, what things that you can do, and what
Mhm.
better way to do that than with a little ch fun little challenge that we're going to do here on Designing Last, where we're going to see if we can come up with, I don't know, a movie poster or a television poster to promote, I guess, your next project. So let's come up with a project that you would say for your next project you want to do, and let's come up with a poster for that.
Okay. Let me think. So the next project that I would want to do,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would want to do something animated. I've been working in the film side of things for so long and stuff. Like I kind of want to go back to my roots of animation. So
Okay.
I think like something.
New merch alert. Get your sexy specs. You know what I'm saying? Your Deft sexy specs comes in all different different colors. The uh, the shirts, as you see, quality, nice, soft, comes in all different colors. So you can go to the website and get the shirts exclusively, but they're going to be limited. So get it while you can. I don't know exactly how long they're going to be on the website, y'all, being honest. So, hey, get it while you can, and you can get it in multiple different colors, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's for your his or hers or just for you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to treat themselves, show how deaf they are. You know what I'm saying? I'll be at the register, and hopefully when you get there, you can let me know, how deaf you are as you get ready to check out.
I would say something fantasy, something
Okay, I
like
like that.
yeah, I love fantasy and sci-fi stuff. I feel
Okay.
like I need to get away from the real world sometimes, so that's why I like to. So I'm thinking something along the lines of like no superhero, but like maybe like something in the lines of Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, something like that.
Okay,
Um,
all right.
maybe like I don't know, like a dragon slayer or something.
Okay.
He's on this like journey of self-discovery.
Hey, I like what you like. You got such a natural understanding for like, just creativity and things like that. So like when you started talking about sci-fi and stuff like that, automatically pictures started coming into my head as well too. I was like, oh man, I can see this coming together. Like, okay. Like I didn't know
Right?
you was into sci-fi like that. And that's pretty cool, bro. Like I don't follow it to the I'm
Hmm.
not saying I watch the news, but I do like sci-fi. I used to watch like that what's that TV show Mask Off? Sorry,
Yeah.
um that Mask Off. Face Off? Is it
Yep.
Face Off?
Yeah, where they
Yeah.
do the special effects paint.
Yeah, the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff is
Yep.
dope, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So stuff like that
Actually,
is
so fun fact, I think one of the special effects artists that was on Candyman, I think he won that show or he came in second. It was one of the two, either one or he was in second place on that.
okay,
Good dude,
okay,
dope with special effects. And I was just like, oh, like,
man.
that's crazy. Like to see you on TV and then like come to the trailer and like you in the trailer working on like that's pretty cool. So
Stuff like that, man. I'm not someone who's to be starstruck and like that, but I definitely would be like just at all, just in knowing, seeing someone doing what they love and seeing them in action and seeing them in person too. It's like, it's always like it's like a humbling experience. Like, man,
it definitely is.
you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I thought I had something special. Like, that's special, you know?
Right?
No, no, it's fine. But seriously, that's cool, man. So, all right, now that we got the idea for what you want to do, let's come up with the name for your sci-fi. Uh, let's say, you know what? I said a poster. Let's make it simpler and
Mhm.
let's make it a book. So
Okay.
that way it is very, simplified and we can get into it within the amount of time that we have for the challenge. Because we're on here, we only had 10 minutes to design. So
Right.
keep that in mind.
Okay.
So what would the name of this book be?
What would the name of it be? I would say it'd be The Omen of Drake, but not
Oh shit, let's get
but
it.
not the singer, right?
The Omen of Drake, man. Here we go. Hey
And-
man, we're gonna have some fun with this one, y'all. Coming up on Designer Last, I'm going to help my man Rich here see if we can create a book design for his new fantasy book called The Omen of Drake, right?
That's right. And
All
it's gonna
right.
be a second with BB. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe I'm Drizzy. No, I'm
Right?
saying. All right. So hey, we're going to now share the screen and man, we're gonna start, designing.
All right, for
Hey
sure.
everyone, welcome to another episode of Cook This, the cook segment on Designer Laughs, where we clients and colleagues come together and help me complete the challenge of, cooking this. It's a little creative challenge that we do here at Deft to be able to, further push the boundaries to see of our creativity, to get the brains flowing, and really just to see how we can track, so how we can, not track, what's the word I'm looking for? How we can attack, there we go, attack
There you go.
different problems from a different perspective, so we're not just going to the same old solutions. We really do try to different approaches to try to create different solutions for different um, problems. So with that being said, man, I'm going to introduce to you today our special guest client slash colleague, one and only Mr. Richie Rich. What's up,
There you
man?
go. What's up? What's up? What's going on?
Hey man, I'm here for this exciting segment of Cook This, so we're gonna jump right into it, bro. I'm going to
Okay.
pull it up for us, man. We're just gonna see what we can come up with cooking, and then go from
Hey,
there.
I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Let's get it. All right, so at this time, man, I'm gonna pull up uh this video. This one I think is a short one, but it's all gonna be still gonna be fun, man. Let's get
Okay.
right in onto it.
All right. See what we
All
got
right.
here cooking up.
Yeah. All right, so they're drawing a happy design emoji within 30 seconds.
Okay,
Just
well,
need to
they
cook
got
this
some lines on
segment.
the paper already, so that's good.
Yeah.
And
I
they
mean, but
move,
look at his tongue, man. That's like the third graders. Down boo boo. Look at his tongue. Look at, you
right?
know what I'm saying?
He was feeling something that day. He like, let me go ahead and make some fun of y'all real quick.
For real.
We got the eyes closed and everything.
For real. I don't know.
It
He
looked
like
it looked kind of like a balloon, like he lifted off into space. Like he like, I'll see y'all later.
yeah, he definitely is inflated by his looks, put it like that.
Uh-huh. He said it's time to get his head in the clouds. Well, I like he got to shake the pen up and get it working. Okay.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Let's see what the next one is gonna be,
We've been there
man.
before. All
Yeah, oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
right, this round two.
Uh-huh.
Let's
All
see
right,
what
so
we
they're
got
designing
going
a
on.
sad design face. Oh yeah, man. I
Oh
don't
yeah, they
know
get
what
right
that
into it.
is, but
It looked like a sad chicken leg.
it do, bro. It is going through it like that's the chicken that fell on the floor, and and you wanted it so bad.
Right?
That's the face you make. You're like, no, my
For
last
real.
piece.
Look, got him thinking about it. He like, look, he got the little lines on the outside. He like, should I eat it or should I
Yeah.
the dirt don't hurt?
All right, for real. You better dust that off.
All right, what's this one?
All
What they got?
right.
Um,
All right.
all right, let me see.
Okay, he's excited this time.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh
that man.
man. Look,
If he is,
gave him a little tuxedo down at the bottom, looked like a light bulb.
yeah, I mean, it's the light bulb character from Designer Last, but I don't know if he's scared or not though, bro, because them eyes say it all.
Right? I don't know.
The
Look
face
like
is like, oh, that's too funny, man.
that is funny. All right, well, scared. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. The last one might have been scared. This look like he mad.
Yeah, I mean, they're I guess they're the artists, man, their emotions, they're working on it, you know what I'm saying?
They got some that look when you get sad, you get angry.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
you
what
know what
that
I'm saying?
is.
Yeah,
That's when people be like, "Oh, I only got one emotion. It's either happy or sad, or I mean, happy or
right.
mad."
Exactly. There's no in between. There's no gray area with me.
It almost looked like he was kind of scheming, like he was plotting something.
Hey, mass up. You know what I'm saying? Mass down, I should say, man.
There you go.
Oh no, he got
Okay.
beat up
Hey,
now. Now,
uh,
hey, hey man, who give him a black eye?
right? Look, he grilling whoever did it because he coming back for his revenge.
For real,
He
busted lip
already
and
he thinking about
everything.
it.
Oh, that's like your
That
first
guy,
time you ever get jumped, man. That's what you look like afterwards. Like
man, right?
on me.
Hit him with the Martin. Had the lumps
For
on his head.
real. It's straight up, like had the Tim marker left on his forehead and everything. Like,
I
all right,
hug.
this is them
Okay.
hugging. I don't know if they're pounding or hugging, but I
He
guess that's
looked
supposed to be the
tired.
arms on the
I think that's
side.
what that is. Yeah. It looked like he just
Uh,
tired after a long day, like he about to lay down.
for real, he's like, ooh, like,
Yeah. Like he slumped back into his chair, like, Shoot,
oh man,
maybe he
that
need
is
a hug
too
after the long day he done had.
for real. This designing last has got me cooked. Like,
Right? All right, what we got here? I like how you be getting right into it.
oh yeah, man, try to.
Okay, laughing. I, I like the little mustache they gave him. That's funny.
For real. He's got like a little raised eyebrow on one side. I don't know what they
Yeah.
were.
It looked like he like a little like a butler or something. Like he just served something that he know don't taste good. And he like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, well, that's how I fucked them
Right,
up with
yeah.
this one.
That's
Diabolical,
crazy because
man.
it's crazy how they all the same character with these different emotions, but like as I see them, I'm getting completely different characters out of each one.
Exactly, which is so cool, man. We might have to turn this in and make this like a little series or something.
Right? I like this. I missed the
This is
emotion.
the
This
yeah, this is the side view of him, but
okay.
I I mean it's 3D, all right. Like
Uh-huh. He looked like he in a heated discussion with somebody. He gotta
he
make sure
definitely
he get his point
pondering and
across.
thinking about something.
Yeah.
He's trying to put an ear on the side so you know it. Hey man, this is side view.
Right? This that side view right here.
Right. Oh man, let's see what they got cooking now.
Running.
Oh, this
Okay.
one he's running. I don't know if that's running. Hey, that's not an octopus with two legs. Like, what
For
is that?
real. It looked like he dancing. It looked more than running.
He did. He definitely is doing a ballet or something. Yeah, that's his
Right?
tango, I guess. His two step.
For real. He on his tippy toe. That's why he got his grinning like that.
Hey, he
Toes
definitely
in
is.
pain.
Hell no, that is too funny. He's like, exit this way.
Right? Exit stage left.
All right. And kick. Like, you know how they be one and two and three. Like that's what it look like he's
Right?
doing right there, literally. Count your steps, everyone. Like
For
looking
real.
ass.
To the beat. And one and two and three.
For real, straight up.
How we got here?
Oh, this is him
Oh,
face
face palm.
palming. Oh
Oh
shit.
man.
I
Ooh, the
don't know if he was
disappointment.
like giggling like but
It do.
the temp though.
Right? Either that
That's
or he
definitely
eating something
giving
fancy. He got the pinky up.
yeah. Is that Cheeto fall into his mouth or something? What that is?
Man,
It's
for
big
real.
though.
But he said, man, I ain't never had nothing taste this good.
For real. He's like, oh.
But he savory in every bite.
For real. Oh man, that was too much, man. I don't know if I can continue to keep cooking this, man. Think that's it. Yeah, man. Hey, I
Yeah.
don't know about you, bro, but that was interesting. Like we had some pretty cool stuff to look at, man. What do you think?
I absolutely thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, every character, even though it's the same one, they give a different personality each time. Where you like, it can be somebody completely different each time. So I
Hey,
love that.
hey man, same here, man. Like, is there anything else you want to close off, man, for this segment? Because like I think we did a pretty good job of, capturing what we saw, man, to the best of our ability. What did you guys think?
I think we did good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, this has been another episode of Cook This. Now back to the podcast. So I'm going to start the timer starting now.
All right.
All right, man. So look, the Omen of Drake, right?
Yeah.
Let's start off first things first. Let's come up with the right uh structure for the book layout. So let's say it's what 8.5 by 11.
Okay.
And what are you thinking when it comes to like sci-fi as far as fan also not sci-fi, you said fantasy. So that's a little bit different, but like when it comes to like the background, let's start with that.
The background, I would say something like, um, just like some desolate mountains, like maybe like almost kind of like, yeah, like just desolate, I want to say post-apocalyptic, but like just desolate. It don't have to be post-apocalyptic or nothing. I feel like a drag, like a volcano or something.
Volcano erupting or just a
No, not
volcano?
even, just a volcano. It don't have to be erupting.
You want to see what a volcano looks like. All right. Let's see what comes up.
See what they give us.
Yeah, man. Like on the podcast, we try not to jump on the internet just trying to find stuff on the internet. So, we use the tools that we have, and that's cool about, being um in today's world. Like we got this amazing technology that we can use to our advantage, man. That if you're not using it to your advantage, then what are you doing,
Exactly. Okay.
All right, so we got that.
I think I like that middle one. I like that one.
Is it like that one?
Yeah.
You want to see how this one looks first, though?
No, I like the middle one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree with you. As soon as I saw that tree up there, what is this?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice right there.
And then it's got like the little trees in this. I like that extra
Yeah.
layer that gives it that depth to it.
Yep, that's exactly what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I say
Yeah.
we give it like something on the ground, maybe like some more trees to give it a floor, like a forest floor
Right.
for them to walk on.
Okay. Hold on. Let's build this out, I guess. Then. We just well, actually, do you think you
Mhm.
need it though, bro? Because it's already kind of like
Sure.
got that
No,
there with one side. I feel like if you start putting too much on it, it's gonna
that's true.
change the what you call it,
Uh,
the legibility of sorry, readability.
I get that. And then I would say then maybe like to keep it simple a little bit, maybe we can get a dragon in there. I don't know. In my mind, I see the dragon wrapping around the volcano, but if we could just
Hey
get
man,
behind it,
I'm
that'd
here
be
for
cool
it,
too.
bro. I'm here for it. If we're gonna go, let's go all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. I'm here for it. We still got 6 minutes left. Let's get it.
Oh
Let's
yeah, we got some time.
a dragon flying, right?
Yeah, let's
A
do that.
flying dragon. Let's do it. Let's see what the flying dragon comes up with. I hope they don't draw something crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Although you know what? Sometimes I'm okay with crazy.
I mean, for
Might
this,
give it
that
a
makes
different
sense
touch,
though.
right? I think it's the fun
Man,
because it make you think about things differently.
it definitely does. It doesn't always have to be so, I don't know, everything has to be what is it, polished or whatever, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me not not collage, but like kind of gives me that kind of like piecing it together to make one its own individual
Hmm.
image.
I'm liking
Which
that
one of
first
these you
one
like?
and that
The first
last
one?
one. I like the first one and the last one. Is it the way we can use both of them?
I mean, of course.
Let's
Absolutely, bro.
do.
I'll tell you what. Let's see what this. Let's do it this like that, and then we just gonna change
There we
them.
go.
Like
Perfect.
that.
And then I would say, make them giant, make them big, so they menacing, or at least one
Well,
of them.
but then again, though, if you do that, though, like, what's the okay? Let's scale back because we gotta think about first and foremost. This is a book cover. So, what's the most important thing that you wanted this to be? Like the most important read? Like you want it to be the about the dragons, or you want it to be about the volcano?
I want it to be about the dragons.
Okay.
The volcano is just that's their territory.
Okay, how about we do this? Let's try playing with the sizing a little bit, making it be more of it in like the background.
Okay.
And then let's start playing with the dragon. So I don't know if you want to have one dragon being more like dominant than the other, but
I think so. I like that setup that you got going on so far. I like that.
still figuring out the right sizing and everything. But we'll
Oh,
get it. We'll
absolutely.
get there.
No, no, I like where you're going so far.
Thank you. We got 3 minutes left, bro. Oh, we still gotta put
Oh yeah. We got to put the title in
yeah.
there.
I'm like, oh shit, we kind of messing around. Hold on. Let's all right, so now we kind of got like, there's like a little bit of a battle, a little bit. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, I'm
This
cool with
needs to
that.
be a little bit smaller, I feel like, because otherwise it's still competing.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like this is at the center of, I don't know. We're gonna keep playing with it, but let's
Yeah, for sure.
start with the
Let's get
title at least though. Oh,
yeah, let's
the
definitely get that
Omen of
title.
Drake, right?
Yep.
So let me zoom in for you so y'all can see. Because I know right now it's like, what the heck is he typing? All right, so the Omen of Drake. Let's figure out what font we're gonna choose, man. We're running out of time, but we're gonna figure it out,
Yeah.
bro. I'm thinking it should be in something like a serif. It kind of gives it that, you
Okay.
know. But what do you think though? Like,
No, I agree. I think something with a serif.
do you like how that looks? I mean, it's that's more handwritten, but it's kind of got that distress kind of feel to it though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean, we can keep playing, bro. I'm definitely never gonna stick with the first thing that comes to mind. I'm just
Oh,
trying
absolutely.
to make
Just
sure
trying
that
to
we, yeah,
get that original concept down.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. The Omen of Drake. I'm not sure how I want to play with the layout of this. You got any input on like how you want it to look though?
I would say maybe because of so I'm looking at the way the dragons are shaped. There's kind of like this circle going on, like you kind of
Mm-hmm.
drawn into like a spiral. So I would say maybe like the omen at the top and then of Drake at the bottom, something like that, like arched at the
I like
top of
what
the
you
omen.
think. I like what you're thinking. I like it. I like it. Seriously, I'm not just saying it because you're here, man. Like literally. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do that, and then let's type this on the path, and let's just take the Omen of Drake and put this in here.
I love how you do your process. Like you just start off in Illustrator because I definitely was a Photoshop person
Okay.
and like and I would do like most of my designing in Photoshop and then once I feel like I got what I want, I bring it over to Illustrator and like just retrace it and do it that way.
Hey man, it's so funny you say that, right? Because whole time, right? as a shorty. Like I didn't know exactly what graphic design was. Like I got into graphic design as far as like doing it consistently,
Yeah.
not until like what my junior year in high school or something like that. It was like way late. Like I was already drawing, doing other stuff, but I didn't know what graphic design was. And I was just taking my pictures and literally, like you said, putting it into Photoshop and like going back over it. And then somebody was like, bro, like, they had a program literally for like that's designed for this. I didn't know nothing about
Right.
it. So I was like a career conference thing as far as within like, learning different trades and stuff like that. And happened to like do like a little tour and I was like, oh, this is what they were talking about. This literally is like this the pro man. I was mad. Somebody gave me like oh, that's the time. Damn. I kind of got
Right.
tracked on another story, but you know what? It's okay. I'm going to at least finish out this thought and then we're going to call it, y'all. All right.
For
We're going to
sure.
at least finish this out. But I had to share that story with my man because like it literally is how I started off as a designer as far as like my drawings and stuff like that. I originally like literally was straight up in Photoshop.
See,
Now, you said the Omen of Drake, you want the Omen up the top and then you want Drake down at the bottom? Or do you want
you
it
know
just to
what?
be like a half circle?
I actually like it like that now that I see it. Um, I think that's dope. I honestly think what you can do is if you take both dragons
Mm-hmm.
and or if you take the words and the volcano and
Mm-hmm.
just scale them up just a little bit, I think everything will
Okay.
balance itself out and that's it.
Okay. Let's try it. We can balance it
And
out
then I
now
would
though.
yeah, and then bring this right dragon, bring them down a
Mm-hmm.
little bit like under the E.
I see what you're saying. You know what I should do though? I think we're onto
Mhm.
something, man. This is coming together actually. It really is. I feel like because of that though, this needs to be bigger though. It needs
Okay.
to be bigger so you can read the title. It's like it needs to be make
Yeah.
sure that you know it doesn't get lost.
Right. I like this
Okay, the
too.
Omen of Drake. Huh, this hey man, this is actually coming together.
It's not bad. It's looking good so far.
I
This is
had
a
no
fun
idea what we was gonna do, man, at all, to be honest with you. Huh, who
That's
knew?
all right.
Oh man, you want to keep it a white background, or do you think we should cut like
uh,
make it like a color?
I think we should probably maybe do like a gradient or something. Make it just look like it's fading into the sky. So
How about we do this?
like a blue at the top maybe, or
Okay,
I don't know.
I
What are
can I
you
got
thinking?
you. I got you, bro. I got you. Man. How about
For
this?
sure.
Let's try something. Let's, if I can first and foremost, let's create another box. Reading ahead by 11 again. This time we're going to, like I said, you want to see about a gradient. I was thinking it might look better with a solid color because you already got a bunch of different colors going on. You don't want it to compete with the background.
Okay.
But we're gonna do something though, bro. I got an idea. Maybe something like let's find like one of these colors from up in here to do that, and then let's play with the saturation maybe or the let's uh let's turn on the opacity. I can't even say the word. The opacity
Yeah.
and
Okay.
yeah, and then line it up here. And
Okay. That ain't bad. I like that.
see what I'm saying? So here we go.
Take the opacity up just a little bit. I would say to like maybe 45. Let's see what that look like. Everybody that's watching, this is the process that all of us go through. We be like,
Oh, you ain't lying, man. When they say pushing P, they really do mean that shit.
yeah, I like that. I think that's
Hey,
nice.
man. that's it right there. Even the clouds pop out right there, like how,
Yeah,
and it's like the Omen of Drake. Like that's,
right. And it's
hey
funny 'cause,
man.
like the fact that like you even said that because like uh, I don't know about other artists, but I know myself like I don't like white backgrounds. Just like even when I'm drawing, like I got sketchbooks now that's like tone paper because I get so tired of like just seeing the white background. And if I
Hmm.
do need to do white, I always like I'll paint white on the white. It sounds
Hmm.
redundant, but I just that's just what I've always done.
That's
It
cool you
gives
say that because it probably gives you that extra layer of what do you call it, contrast, kind of like because white on white, kind of like like how they do black on black.
yeah. And it just makes it feel more complete. Like it feels like you just did the entire thing as opposed to like you just drew on paper. Like I feel like when you paint it, it makes everything feel cohesive. It might not look like it, but it feels like it.
Okay, I like how you articulate that, man. Like I said, because looks and feels are two different things, but sometimes when they come together, though, that's where the magic really happens, you know?
Exactly. Yup. That
Hey,
was fun.
man.
I definitely enjoy that.
Yeah, man. Hey, at this time, you all, we finished the challenge. However, though, the time did run out, so I don't know if that means they really didn't finish it or not. But you guys let us know. What do you guys think of the final outcome that we did? Like, would you
Oh,
buy
we
this book? You know what I'm saying? The Omen of Drake? Does it make you want to say, oh,
right.
what's this about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely has some intrigue, and like I like how the flow follows like the eyes and everything. I think
Mhm.
we're onto something, man.
I think so too. And like, I mean, yeah, we ran out of time, but you know what? It's done when we say it's done because we the artist.
Hey, and that's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, see, we're gonna stop it tonight.
Right. Be on the lookout. 5.99.
Real. Now I'm serious. Like he's already been drawn behind the scenes. We just didn't want to tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We wanted to see how this was gonna come out. Now we know this is it. Hey man. Yeah.
Telling y'all in for a treat.
Definitely. Like we ain't got no discounts for y'all though. So you better might want to buy it while you can. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Uh-huh.
sell like hotcakes. Man, hey, it's been such a pleasure, man. Like not only just catching up with you, but like picking your brain, seeing how you process things and how you adapt as well. Like,
Mhm.
you didn't know what we were gonna get into and you just raised to the challenge, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's every day for me. Never know what I'm gonna get into, but hey, I just got to keep moving with the punches, you know.
Hey
So,
man, I see you. I see you.
right,
You know what I'm
bobbing and
saying?
weaving shoes.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, at this time, I gotta give you your flowers and give you your chance to be able to like let people know what else you got going on, where they can find you, and let them know anything else you got to talk
So,
about.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm on social media as far as like I'm on Instagram. I don't use TikTok or any other stuff. So y'all, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at AKA the Human Genius. That's my handle for pretty much all of my social media stuff. So if you're looking me up, once again, y'all can find me on AKA the Human Genius. As far as projects I got coming up, I don't have anything at this moment that I'm personally working on, but I have been working with some friends on some short films of theirs that we'll be having released soon. Some of them are already in the process of being edited. Um, just recently, a friend of mine, we had her project that I DP'd. It aired in I forget what film festival it was, but she put it through the film festival circuit, so it's still making its runs right now. Um, it's called Omen, so be on the lookout for that. And then I believe that's all. Oh, also check out what is the name of it? I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names when it comes to people, places, things. I'm just not good with names, and I be working on so many different projects. The Come Up. I didn't personally have a hand in that, but it's a great film by some great people, and so like I want to make sure I tell people to check that out because I'm gonna be working with those people soon. So the more props they get, the more props I get on this next project. So, but
Hey
no, definitely.
man.
Hey, like I said, I just be on the lookout. Check me out. Follow me on Instagram. I'll definitely be putting stuff up soon about like the new projects that I do have up and coming. Whether it be mine or with other people. So,
Ooh, man. Like, I'm excited for you, bro. Like, seriously, like, there's no jealousy over here. Like, man, I'm rooting for you, bro. Like, seriously, like, if there's anything I can do to help or, anything as far as like resources,
yeah,
sharing knowledge or with anything, man, don't ever hesitate to, reach out and come back to the podcast
absolutely.
as well.
Oh, for sure. I'll come back anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah, man, because like we need to see more people like yourself here on the podcast because like I can only do so much and not saying that just having you on is going to change everything, but it definitely makes the needle go that much further. You know what I'm saying? Like it changes
Absolutely.
that much more because the more people we get involved in being a part of this collective community of, just inspiring each other and being dope individuals that come together, like, because that's important. Like, I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
artists, they can, oh, yeah, you ain't doing what I'm doing, so
Right.
I don't got time for it. But
Yep.
no, man, like, this is humbling and this is so cool, bro. Like, I'm happy for you, seriously.
I appreciate it. I'm happy for you too. Like this is dope. Like I love the platform. I love what you're doing with it. I love that you bring it like art into a space where people can see it real time. Because I feel like so often when it comes to like especially graphic design, like let me just get on that for a second. Graphic design is hard. I don't think people realize how hard it is. Like that little snippet of what we just did, like that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like I'm sure there's so much more you can show people, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like nobody really gets that firsthand view of that. They always get like the little snippets on TikTok where it's sped up, like a speed painting or the speed run, or you
Mm-hmm.
get like a little snippet of a person like, well, I drew this, and then like they cut, 20 seconds
Yeah.
later, and it's a full, final piece. But nobody sees the step-by-step process, like the tediousness of it. So
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like by you even showing just that small bit of like how you started is a great way to like open people up to like, yo, like this is the process because so many people that's not involved in that don't understand that. And they think that when you're designing something, that if they say like the book cover, for example, they'll say, oh, I want a book cover for the Omen of Drake. And they tell you today and expect it tomorrow. And it's just like, while I'm sure you can do that because you got years of experience under your belt,
Mm-hmm.
the average person can't. They have to take, 2, 3 days. There's the planning steps, there's the actual,
Mm-hmm.
the thumbnail drawings and all that, trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out the layout of it. And then there's the final, line work and sketching and all.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more to
You're
it.
right.
And I feel like people just really don't. So like for you to have this platform where you're actually showing just real time, like, hey, no, like this is what we do. I think that's great. And I feel like we definitely need more of that.
Hey, man, thank you. Thank you. Because, that means something to me, man, because like when I first started the podcast, that was one of the things that I originally wanted to do from the beginning, like saying I need to make sure that I'm showing authentically who I am as not as a designer or business owner or none of that stuff. Like just about who I am personality wise, and then most importantly, what I do as a designer. Because like you said, so many people hear the word graphic design and they just see it as a buzzword, like, ooh, that's something shiny. Like I see that
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, but I don't know what that means, or he must
Yep.
be do something that's important, but I don't know what that what. And even if they do know it, they'll take it for granted, or like I said, it's kind of like like, oh, so that means if I tell him to do that, he can do whatever I ask him to do. Like, no, that's not what I do. Even though
Right.
technically, I guess you could say if I wanted to do it, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work for you as well either, though. Like, this is a process, and you gotta know what you're trying to do so that you can figure out the best way to be able to do it. Because, like, yes,
Exactly.
we can we can find a million different solutions for one problem, but sometimes that one problem, all it needs is just one solution that really is the main one that really changes. And sometimes people think that they have a problem that they really don't have. That too is,
That's very true. That's very true. And then you do all this
man.
changing and fixing the problem only to sit back and then be like, you know what? I don't need none of this.
Yeah, trust me, I've seen that, what I'm saying?
Oh
Sometimes,
yeah.
people be like, I want this logo, this and that. And then you create this logo and they're like, oh, that's amazing. Okay, but can you tweak this? You're like, but that's not what we just said. You just said this is it. Now we're
Hmm.
going back, and that's that's
Yeah,
taking us away from where we were. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some point
exactly.
you have to have a certain boundary and a certain um you have to know when it is finished. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to have a certain cutoff and be able to let it go. But at the same time too, you also gotta push. Like you can't just stick with the first thing that
Yeah,
comes ahead, man. So
exactly.
hey, thank you, man, for once again for joining us. Hey, um, next time on the podcast, you all, uh, hopefully we'll have some more amazing guests like my man Richard here, who can be able to, just explain like the ins and outs of what he does and how he does it. Like that is what we want to know more about when it comes down to our guests and things like that. Like we want to know who they are, what they do, why they do it, all that. Like that's important because that defines the brand itself. Like I know
Mm.
y'all ever heard about the whole term personal brands. Well, I'm not going to get into it right now, but it is something that is a real thing and it's not something to be played with lightly because a personal brand can define your brand and so much more like other brands all in one. Like it's hard to just, to really break it down all at one time right now, but I will talk to you more about it later on the episode, the next episodes or future episodes of the podcast. So with that being said, hey, I'm going to close off here by saying thank you all for watching another episode of the podcast. I'm your host here, Dev Dog Devin. I'm joined here with our special guest, client slash colleague, Rich. And
Yeah, it's
hey,
been
we're
a
going to
pleasure.
sign off and say thank you all, man. Until next time, stay engaged, stay creative. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir. It's time,